There she is.
So we're going to have a small group today.
Good afternoon, everybody, on this wonderful spring day. Although it's a bit chilly here, but it's spring day. Welcome to our monthly ADT, and it's good to see you all, and I'm sure the rest will join us shortly. Just a quick little housekeeping. At 40 minutes time, we're going to take a break. Our Zoom only lasts 40 minutes. We'll take a half a minute break and come back the same way you logged in now. You're going to log in then again, and then you'll continue with the program. So without any further ado, welcome to everybody, especially the guests. Welcome, and those that are first time. It's good to see you and enjoy the ride. Just sit back as if you're taking off on an airplane. This is the first day of the rest of your life. So let's go. From now, we're going to be doing a business plan, and none other than a very, very qualified Emerald Director, none other than Sean Thorncroft. Thank you very much. Go for it. You are on sharing screen, so stay in your seat and do it.
Excellent. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. Yes, we're in business for ourselves, not by ourselves. But how does this work? Yeah, people have a lot of misconceived ideas about selling and not selling and all these funny things. And I don't sell. I hate selling. I like helping people. But how do we do this? How do we make some money out of this business? Let me share my screen over here and do a quick presentation. Okay. Right, so shrink me down over here.
If everybody can.
So what are we? Yeah. Who are we? What are we? We are on a mission to make the world a healthier and happier place. See, no selling involved. We've got a mission. We've got a mission to make people healthier. There's so many bugs around at the moment, and I'm hearing more and more of other bugs now coming out. We've all heard about the infamous virus, but now there's other things that are starting to rear their ugly little heads as well. So we need to make the world healthier. And there's so much stress around, we need to make the world happier. So how do we do this? We start with having a dream. What dreams do you have? Do you have dreams or do you have nightmares? I have dreams of traveling. I have dreams of adventures. I have business called dreams. I have dreams of some fun toys. I have dreams of converting my home to a more eco-friendly version. We've got the very best eco-friendly products. I want to turn my home into that sort of thing as well. And we work with a company with values. There's so many corrupt places these days. It's very, very scary. Even the ones we thought were good are starting to show signs that they're not that good. But this company has been around for 63 years, has got values. And the number one value is absolute integrity. And I must say, after the many years I've been involved, I cannot fault them on this one at all. And they make people number one. They don't make profit number one or products number one. They make people number one, because people are the most important thing in our business. And then they supply us products that are not just hyped, not just fancy advertising. They're products that work very, very effectively. And I can very much attest to that. I don't have time to get into it right now, but if you want to know, contact me privately. I'll tell you some good stories that have been happening just today, in fact. And it's an equal opportunity for all. We're not worried about what sort of degree you've got, how big you are, how big your bank balance is. It's an equal opportunity for all. If you are 18 years old or older, come along and join us. We will train you along the way. You don't need to have any fancy degrees. Sorry. And they have a long-range vision. Company's been around for 63 years already. They're planning the next 60 years already. So They're not going away anytime soon. As I said earlier, you're in a business for yourself, but not by yourself. And if you've ever tried to start your own business, you might be shocked at the things that have to happen. You've got to worry about product supply. You've got to worry about finance. You've got to worry about websites these days, and apps, and IT support, and ordering, and sponsorships, and distribution. There's a whole ton of stuff that has to get done. Well, our company gives us a turnkey business, meaning that they take care of all of that. We get the fun job. We get to help people, make them healthy, make them happy. That's the fun stuff. We don't have to worry about all this other things that make a business of your own scary and not so fun. Everybody talks about retirement. You start work, you get out of school, you study, or you get out of varsity and you start work and you start a job and life is great. And then life carries on and you get to the stage where you now got to think about retirement. And just by the way, retirement doesn't just mean that you have to be 60 or 65 years of age to retire. You can retire when you can afford to retire. Some people can afford to retire at the age of 20. Others, sadly, don't have that opportunity to retire at all. But on average, most people think about retirement at the age of between 60 to 65 years of age. And they have this sort of face because they suddenly realize that in 95% of cases, they've worked hard all their life, and now they've got to find another job at less pay. They've got to move in with relatives because they cannot afford their home anymore. Or they've got to live on social welfare. And in this country right now, social welfare is very, very scary. And they need a boss to direct their lives. I don't know about you, but I don't like a boss telling me what to do all the time. And then they make excuses as to why they've got to put themselves through all of this. Life was hard, life wasn't fair. There's a lot of excuses. But then there's those who fit in the 5% range. I think a lot of us are on this call this afternoon. They've worked hard, but they've worked smart. And they multiply their time. We all only have 24 hours in a day. Bill Gates doesn't have 48 hours in a day. Stephen Jobs didn't have it. The guy, what's his name, Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon, doesn't have more than 24 hours in a day. So what makes them more special? They have multiplied their time. And they manage and they direct their own lives. And they make a decision to do that. You can make an excuse, or you can make a decision to change things. So we have a plan. Now, number one, you've got to work out, why do you want this plan? Do you want to stay a slave? Or why? Why are you doing this business? As Dr. Cesar Nambesi likes to say, what hurts you? What makes you want to do this? So we all start with you. And I'm talking to you and me. This business is very simple. It consists of 3 daily success habits. Number one, as I said, we don't sell, we buy. So we've got to change our shopping habits. We use our own products. So we register with the company called Neolife. As soon as we register, we get and we qualify for a 20% discount. I'll tell you how that works in a minute. But who is Neolife? As I said, they are a 63-year-old company having just celebrated 50 years in South Africa. So they're not strangers. They're in over 50 countries around the world. We have a unique scientific advisory board known as the SAB. They do all the hard stuff with the products and all the rest of it. I really don't have time to get into that now. But we have 4 ranges of products, things that you're going to use in your home on a daily basis. Now, there's some people, you're going to talk to a few friends, and they're going to say, we're not interested in this because it involves selling. They're not listening. They think it involves selling. But we really want to support you, and we really want to use the good products. So they become your customers. And you make some profit out of them. 20% to be exact. Now we talk about PV. We'll get into that later. In fact, you can talk to the person who invited you to this about what PV stands for. But we'd look at an international currency because we are in over 50 countries. We work on a point value system. And we're looking at using approximately 100 points a month. You can have more, but we encourage you not to have less than that. And we need to share the business opportunity with our customers, with our friends who want to become free. They've got a big why. We need to share the products who become your customers, who want to give us that extra 20% profit. So what we do is we've got to find a few friends. And most times we'll work on a round figure. I'm not a mathematician, so we'll work on a round figure of about 6 people. And we're going to show them how to use 100 points of product themselves. Keep it very simple. As I said, I'm not very bright. I work on round figures. So when we got our 6 friends all using 100 points of or 100 PV worth of product every month, you can see that that comes up to 600 plus your own 100 points, which is your 700. And I'll show you in a minute how that works. So your 700, or your 6 friends and your own 100 points works out about 700 points per or PV per month, which will give you roughly in the region of about 700 Rand profit plus bonus. Not a lot of money, but if you look at the handout that the government is giving to people right now, that's 350 Rand. We've already done 700 Rand. Think of what you can do with that if you have no money. So now this is a business of duplication. So we're going to show our friend who says, hey, I also want to make a little bit more money, how to do this. So we show them how to get a few friends to use 100 points each per month. Now, once again, we've got 600 PV in that little block. So that 6 friends with 600 PV plus their own 100 PV gives them a 700 PV unit. Now, what does that mean in the greater scheme of things? That means 700 PV in the one unit plus the 600 because it's yours and the other 5 people that have all just stayed with using the 100 PV. That gives you a total of 1,300 PV now, which equates to roughly about 1,400 Rand profit plus bonus. Not a lot of money, but more than the 700 Rand. Starting to look like a business, doesn't it? Now we come to the next exciting thing, which is called the Eagle team, which is our support structure. And they help us with training. They help us with moral support and training support and a whole lot of other things. And they help us with personal development, which is my personal favorite, because the personal development that I've garnered out of this business has been priceless to me. Way more even, in fact, I think, than what the products have done. And the products have done absolutely amazing things for myself and my family and friends. And the Eagle team helps us with personal development and training. And in fact, this whole presentation this afternoon is an Eagle team meeting. So what are we doing? We're wanting to make a little bit more money. So we've seen how we've made some cash over there. And these other friends of ours have seen friend number 1 start to make a little bit more money. They're making the 1,300 Rand and they're just pulling in the 700 Rand. And they're saying, hey, we also want in on this. Please show us. So what we're going to do, we are photocopiers, so we're going to duplicate ourselves. And we're going to teach our other 5 friends how to do the 700 PV unit like friend number 1. Now, what does this mean? So now we have 6 people doing 700 PV plus our own 100 PV. Add that up, it works out about 4,300 PV, which gives you the very fancy title of director. And now you're going to be earning in the region of between 9,000 to 11,000 Rand profit plus bonus. Now we're starting to talk money. The plan extends. This is not capped at this. So there's no time to get into the rest of it right now. That we'll reserve for other trainings and talk to the person who invited you. But 9,000 to 11,000 Rand per month, part-time, can probably make a significant difference in your life. Because there's a lot of people out there, if you go to the shops, most of your cashiers, most of your people that you're seeing out in the service areas are earning significantly less than this, and they're working all day, every day to earn that less figure. So it is definitely worthwhile. And please note, so far I haven't done any selling. I've been buying from me, and I've been showing people how to become happier and healthier. So what will you do to start your new life today? You need to make a decision to join us on a mission to make the world a healthier and happier place. Please chat to the person who invited you to this presentation. Ask them to show you a little bit more. This is just, I wouldn't say a 30-second commercial, but a very, very short, brief overview of what is possible in this amazing opportunity. Thanks for your time. Have a great afternoon further. I'm stopping sharing my screen. Jenny, back to you.
Well done, Sean. Yay.